We are. So everyone, thank you so much. Okay, perfect. We are ready to go. I want to apologize again for the delay, and we had a bit of a technical issue, but you're all on. So anyone, though, I want to, I suppose, preference at this point, if you have to run, I know it's your lunchtime, it will be recorded, so we will send you this. So do not worry if you can't sit and enjoy listening to Hayley and then myself. So again, apologies for the delay, and we will get started. Hayley, I won't keep you any longer. I want to introduce everyone today to our graduate, Hayley, who is going to come on and speak about her own experience of studying with IHS and doing the NLC course particularly, but she's also an NLC and NT graduate IHS. An incredible woman. So to give you an idea of currently what she does and what she has done, she's an IHS graduate. She's a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu, which I just think is so cool. She works as a territory manager and nutritionist with Nature's Plus. She's a PT, so she works part-time, not PT, part-time in nutrition in her own clinic, specifically working with mental health and migraine. She's a mom, and she's on her path to being certified in functional medicine as a practitioner. So she's incredible. So Hayley, so to bring you in, let me see, I'm going to just put on your camera if I can.
Oh yeah.
2 seconds. Maybe you can put on your camera, and if you can't, let me know and I'll do it. There you are.
Yes. Oh, there it was for a second.
Don't worry.
How are you doing?
Hayley.
Hello.
How are you? So Hayley,
How are you?
I'm good. After the initial nerves of starting late. I just wanted to ask you, I suppose, and to start by asking you, why did you decide you wanted to study nutrition and lifestyle coaching? Because that's the course we'll kind of primarily talk about, because most people coming on at this point, that's the course they're going to start with.
I suppose I became interested in nutrition and health in my early 20s when a lifetime of my own personal health challenges really kind of came to a head. My mother had been diagnosed with a brain tumor, and I myself had been battling different health issues since childhood for my whole life, really. I had debilitating migraines. I had eczema, asthma, I was diagnosed with gastric ulcers, I had the shingles, countless urinary tract infections, which I was hospitalized with at one point, and some mental health challenges as well. And I was always kind of the type of person to ask a lot of questions, and I found myself wanting to get some answers and know a little bit more about why these health issues were occurring over and over again, and to gain some insight as to what I could do about it. And I always loved biology and science, and I'd gone to college initially to study biomedical science, but I knew I didn't want to be working in a lab whatsoever, and I loved food. So I had grown up in a family of food lovers and good cooks. So I started reading some nutrition books, and I realized that I found something that I could do that could marry my two passions, really, which were science and food. And then I started to make some lifestyle changes myself, and I really started to kind of connect the dots and see how these changes impacted my own health. And so I wanted to learn more and take my interest to the next level. And I started looking at how I could turn it into a career and looking at different areas and what different things there were available to study. And I spent a long time looking at different options, but nutrition and lifestyle coaching and nutritional therapy really stood out to me as something that was really forward thinking and seemed to be very effective, and have exciting career prospects as well. So yeah, I decided to go down that route.
Yeah, and I suppose I know myself and speaking to a lot of people that are looking to study in this area, quite often the impetus is their own health struggles, or, you know, loved a member of their family, and, you know, they look to other areas that they can kind of take control, maybe a bit more of an understanding that helps them. So completely, I can understand that sort of pathway. And I suppose when you were doing the course, specifically nutrition lifestyle coaching, were you working alongside it? Were you juggling things? How did you sort of find fitting it into your daily lifestyle?
Yeah, well, actually, around the same time that I started studying, I started working in the fitness nutrition industry as well, and that really kind of complemented my studies. It was demanding to work full time and study at the same time, but I was very much so focused on the outcome and the potential that was there once I completed my courses. I knew that it would be worth it to make some short term sacrifices. It really helps as well when you have a genuine interest in and passion in for what you're studying, because it becomes something that you want to do. It's not like, doing your homework when you're in school, that you have to do. It's something that you're interested in it and you're excited about it. I found in general, just like being able to look at the course structure and forward planning, really helpful, and being able to plan my time accordingly, little by little, so I could work my way through the course in little bits. I found that really, really helpful. And everyone at the IHS was really, really understanding and supportive of us all. And I could really tell that they really wanted us to succeed and do well, which was really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, and you definitely have. So yeah, that's brilliant. And I suppose, obviously then you studied, you got through it, and you've done incredible. And I suppose since graduating from nutrition and lifestyle coaching, how has this enabled your career to progress? And what did you do following that?
Yeah, so I suppose my career took a different path. I had intentions of going straight into working in clinic, but when I was finishing up my studies at the IHS, the opportunity came along to work with Nature's Plus, who are a manufacturer of natural health supplements and vitamins. I was really familiar with their products. And I love them. So I applied for the job and I got it, which I was delighted about. And I've been working for them ever since. So 6 years plus I've been working for them. And my training and education was a huge factor in, first of all, getting the job. But in my day-to-day job now, it's still hugely relevant, and I'm constantly applying it to various aspects of my job. So my job now really entails working on new product formulations, doing lots of educational training, working on technical training documents, meeting with buyers and staff from health food stores. And it's really rewarding and always kept interesting, I suppose, because the company that I work for, we have a lot of products and they're often quite complex and intricate. So it's really vital for me to have good background and knowledge in nutrition to be able to work in this area. And then alongside that, I work part-time in clinic and I find there's a great balance between the two types of work, and they really work well together for me.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, and it is lovely, I think, particularly for those that are on at the moment and they're wondering, right, like that, I have such a passion for nutrition, but what can I do? And so it's so lovely to hear sort of your perspective and what you did, and just to give people an idea, there's so many opportunities, and hopefully they'll find the same. So just on that, would you have any advice for anyone that's going to do this course, nutrition and lifestyle coaching, sort of going into it? Just how you found studying with us. I suppose you touched on that already, but any advice maybe you'd give to anyone that said to you, look, I'm looking to study nutrition?
I think if it's an area that really excites you and interests you, then absolutely go for it. It's really nice feeling to be doing something that you love and to be working in a field that you're interested in every day. I remember very well when I first read the course syllabus, and I got so excited about it. And it's that passion and excitement is what gets you through and spurs you on when you're studying. And yeah, like you said, there are so many different career opportunities out there too, and options to go on and study further, which is really nice. And it's really nice, yeah, that everyone at the IHS is really friendly and helpful. And I felt like we were really sent off feeling very supported as well. And something for me since graduating and working in this field, in health and nutrition industry, I've really come to appreciate the quality of the type of training we got at the IHS, because it doesn't seem to be the same everywhere. So go for it if you're interested in it, what I would say.
Yeah. Oh, Hayley, look, in fairness, you've done incredibly well. And I suppose, you know, you've already done so much. And in the introduction there, you know, you're an incredibly impressive woman already. And, you know, we're so proud to have graduates like yourself. But in general, as a woman, you've done incredible for yourself. But what's next for you? Is there more to add to that?
See if I can wedge in any more time into my day. But no, working with Nature's Plus, we've been working on a lot of UK and Ireland specific formulations, and it's been super interesting and really exciting to see that work come along as real life products on the shelf. But aside from that, I'm currently studying, as you mentioned, with the Institute for Functional Medicine, on the path to become certified with them as a functional medicine practitioner, which I'm loving, really enjoying. And recently in clinic, I've been doing a really interesting and successful collaboration with a friend of mine. She is a doctor in psychology, and we have been sharing clients and collaborating on clients, and I suppose applying both of our skills to help clients improve their mental and physical health. And it's been amazingly successful. So I'm excited to do some more of that.
I love that. Yeah, and because I
lovely.
know I mentioned there that you already kind of work and specialize in mental health and migraine, but I love that. I think that's an amazing, you know, I can't imagine. I think, you know, when you work with clients, you just quite often, you know, you need, or you feel like you need the skills of a therapist, or you become a therapist in terms of just. So I can't imagine when you marry the two together, how incredible of a service you can provide your clients. So I love that. So I'd say
lovely.
So interested in what you've done and who you are a little bit. So where can they find you if they want a bit more information?
Well, my Instagram is at Hayley Roxanne, but I will warn you, it's mainly just photos of my daughter these days.
Okay. We're all the same, I think, with kids.
I always thought I wouldn't be that person, but I am. So yeah.
It's amazing. It's perfect. It just humanizes you, you know. You're a businesswoman, but you're also primarily a mom. Yeah, and I think that's lovely. Yeah. Well, listen, does anyone, if have any questions, there's a chat box and there's a question box. If anyone does have any questions for myself or Hayley at this point, you can go ahead. And if not, we will let the lovely Hayley go, and I will go through nutrition and lifestyle coaching with you, and I'll answer any questions at the end. So if you want to hold off, you can. Or if you want to ask Hayley before she leaves, if there's any questions, you can indeed in the chat box. Or I think you have two options. Let's see, there's nothing coming right now, which is perfect. So Hayley, I have kept you definitely long enough. I cannot thank you enough.
Fine.
Yeah, for your time. You're incredible. Can't wait to see what you go on to do. We'll definitely keep in touch. And anyone that is interested, we will have all the links to Hayley, where you can find your more information attached to the webinar and on our website. So Hayley, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much.
And not at all. Take care.
Okay, bye.
I'm going to now share my screen, and I'm going to give everyone a bit more information on nutrition and lifestyle coaching. So I want to thank you again for your time today. And again, remember that it is recorded. So if you have to run, that is no problem. Let me just get this for you all. Okay, we're going. If I could get it working. Once you have one technical issue, you tend to have a few. So give me 2 seconds. Sorry, why won't this work? I just want to give it to you in obviously a PowerPoint presentation so that you can see it. So give me 2 seconds. So guys, just in the meantime, if anyone does have any questions, please just put them in the chat box, and that will definitely okay. So pictures of puppies in the background to be looking at while we're doing this. So as I said, if you have any questions on the course, that you can put them in. I want to thank you for taking the time to join today. So I'm going to be going into the course in nutrition and lifestyle coaching. And I'm going to be going through all the course information, what to expect, what is covered, your career opportunities, what, does a nutrition lifestyle coach do? And then this isn't working for me, so let me see why it won't work. There we go. Okay, so now, okay, don't need that. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what is a nutrition and lifestyle coach? I'll take that off. What is a nutrition and lifestyle coach? So basically, as a nutrition and lifestyle coach, you are going to have your client come to you, and you're going to start by investigating where that client is currently at. And you're going to do this through dietary analysis, lifestyle analysis, and body composition analysis. So you'll be taught it, all of that, how you really, in the initial consultation with your client, see exactly where they're at in their health and what their goals are. So you're going to be the expert, the educator, and the ally to your client. So then once you have the analysis done, through negotiating how best to achieve these goals with your client, using them, they're an expert in their life, so using, coaching techniques as well. You're going to create a personalized nutrition and lifestyle recommendations for them based on foods they like, and their lifestyle, how they already live their life. So best how to improve where they're currently at, and fit into their lifestyle and not making radical changes all at once. So you're going to be using over-the-counter supplements, and you're going to be using coaching techniques as well to help them to stick to this plan. So that is sort of what a nutrition lifestyle coach does. Okay. Now we need to move. Went too fast. So what makes a good nutrition lifestyle coach? You have a passion for people. You like to work with people. A lot of when I'm talking to potential students, they're sort of already find that people are coming to them, they're like natural practitioners already. They love talking about nutrition. They love giving people advice. They love talking about their own experiences and what they find work. So that's already naturally, you have a passion for working with people. You have a passion for health. So that makes a good nutrition lifestyle coach. Dedication to the evidence. You want to learn. You want to make sure that what you're speaking about is sound scientific evidence, and that you're up to date in what you're telling people, and that it is backed by science. You champion individuals. So we're all about getting the best out of everyone. And your communication skills are on par. You have the coaching ability. You're working with your client. You're holding space with them. You're mindfully communicating. All of that comes together to form the best nutrition lifestyle coach. So forgive me, I'm just going to quickly check the chat and Q&A. Yeah, perfect. I will definitely answer the questions. I just want to make sure there's no issue. And thank you for putting your questions in. I just want to make sure there's no issue with sound or anything while I continue. So I will definitely answer all those questions at the end. And I can already see they're actually great questions. So next slide. I am having so many technical issues today, so forgive me. It's not moving on. In 2 seconds, it will in 2 seconds. Okay, so Hayley went into a little bit there about career opportunities, and I think it's so important when you're looking. So you're at the point where you're right, okay, I want to study nutrition. I want to work in this area. I want to be able to help people. But when you're looking at courses, you're trying to figure out what is the best course for you in terms of it fits what you're looking to do ultimately, which is hopefully, become a nutrition and lifestyle coach, to work with nutrition and work with clients. But you want to ensure that the course that you're going for is in line with what you want to do ultimately as a career opportunity. So we love to explore, particularly at interview stage and here, the options you have, but we want to run through, what our graduates have done and what you can do. And it's really important to be really genuine and transparent about what you can and can't do, but the opportunities that are out there. So we also love to work on enhancing what you already have. So really looking at what instinctively you already potentially are doing, and you can add to it, or are you a good communicator? Are you you're building on your strengths and your goals. So for example, as Hayley did, you can work with food and nutrient analysis and supplement companies. You can work in the public sphere, so you might already be doing that, or education, and you're going to bring this into where you're already currently working. Health retail. So Hayley also works within obviously a supplement company that is also in a retail setting, so there's a huge amount there. Corporate wellness, massive area at the moment. All the big companies like Microsoft, Google, bring in a nutritional therapist, people to come in and talk about nutrition. For example, football teams, my football team, you know, we all bring in nutrition and lifestyle coaches, things like that, with that background to help give an idea of how to bring up someone's, for example, in the sports area, you know, better to get their nutrition in line, to get better results from their athletes or their training. And then a private practice, which I think a lot of us, when we want to go into working in nutrition, you know, we're looking to get into an area that we love, but create a business and a life balance that we want for ourselves. So private practice is brilliant for that. Integrating yourself in an integrated healthcare clinic. So you're the nutritional therapist in a clinic that may provide psychology, you know, counseling, acupuncture, things like that, that you might want to all be pooled together with your clients. So there's a huge amount, but we obviously, as we said, we want to pull on your strengths and your goals, and so where you're already at, and looking at where you can adapt it or a new career. So really get into the details of nutrition and lifestyle coaching. So what our graduates say, I've already had the graduate on, and you can see all of this on our website. We have a link to it. So there's a huge amount that you can look and see. What have our graduates done? Are graduates similar to yourself, and they've gone on a path that you'd like to go on? It gives you a template of how it can be done and that it can be done. There's loads of that there on our website, and we can link to that. So here is exactly what is covered in the course. So the course is broken into 12 units. And let me see, I'm actually going to put this in the chat box. Or I'll follow up with it, a link to this. So you can download this via our website if you want as well, and we can send it to you. So it's a breakdown of the units covered. So you'll have the 12 units in the course spread out over the 10-month training. So it's an introduction to nutrition and lifestyle coaching is your first unit. And this is how it follows through to the end. So it's layered learning. So then it's got food groups, macronutrients, micronutrients, nutrition for wellness and longevity, optimizing nutrition, farm to fork and food production and quality, energy balance, lifestyle for wellness and longevity, personalized nutrition and lifestyle for individuals, nutrition and lifestyle coaching and practice, and then building a successful nutrition and coaching career. So really importantly, bringing it all together. So you're understanding your nutrition, you're understanding how to work with individuals and personalized nutrition for them. And then you're learning about the business side. So you're confident and you're a competent practitioner, and therefore how do you bring it all together to create that career that you want? And that's really important, because then you're getting a full round practitioner training and building on that. So let's see, we're trying to move on to the next slide, but my computer is not moving as fast as I am. So give it 2 minutes. Sorry, there's just obviously a huge amount running in the background, and the computer does not want to work with me today. We all have these days. Okay, so as I said, those 12 units there, you're building on your knowledge, you're building on your skills, and you're building on your competence throughout the course. And that's really important. So it's constantly, we call it spiral learning or layering your learning. So you're building upon each of the units as you progress, so that ultimately at the end of it, you can showcase the theory, the practical elements, how they're meshed together to create that confident and competent practitioner. So the learning is based on knowledge, skills, comprehensive case studies, and then obviously, real people in terms of it being, it's an online course, but it's human mediated. So I'm going to go through those individually now a little bit more in detail. So it's knowledge-based learning. So each unit builds upon the previous to ensure that learning is layered and practically applied. The skills, so assessment, and it's continuous assessment, there's no exams. So through assessment, they're designed to offer progressively more challenging opportunities to practically apply the knowledge that you have learned and the skills that you've learned. So through dietary analysis, meal planning, case studies, and role playing, you're showing and showcasing us that you're understanding the knowledge and how you use it skillfully and practically. And then through comprehensive case studies. So learners work through a variety of case studies while developing consultation and coaching skills, supported through study groups and coaching, that you are confident in your ability to bring it all together and work with clients. Every unit has a unit leader who's an expert on the topic and is available in forums. So if you've done the free trial, you'll know what forms mean. If you've ever used Moodle, you might know. Don't worry about it at the moment, but more for you to be aware and feel confident in that you'll be fully supported. You're fully supported through each unit. It's not just pre-recorded material, it is human mediated. There is you'll have constant contact and engagement through live Q&A sessions, webinars, and lecture weekends, which I'll go into a bit more detail, but that there's always someone there to help you to go through it and really get through the meat of each of the units and go through any questions you have, and you are fully supported. And that's really important for you to know. So as I said, the course is continuous assessment. There is no exam. So how it is assessed, and that's important for people to understand. So it's through quizzes, short answer questions, case studies, varying in length, buddy coaching. So with other students that are doing the course at the same time as you're put into small groups where you're given discussion topics, role-playing techniques. You have a chance to talk to other students, their experience of studying, how they're finding it. It's a nice social thing as well, motivation, accountability. You go through meal planning and mentored consultations. There's a huge amount there that gives you a really good demonstration to us of that you're understanding the course, but for you to feel confident in the knowledge that you're growing, the skills that you're learning, and how you to put them into practical application. So although it's online learning, hugely practical. So it's important for you, and I'm sure you're going to want to know the recognition. So you've done all this study, you're a fully confident and competent practitioner, you're recognized to practice. So you're approved by Ofqual as a UK level 4, in Ireland a level 6 in the QQI, and in Europe a level 5. Your insurance to cover, really important. So you can go through Bail-ins or BGI. BGI, depending on if you're in a different country outside of England and UK, check with BGI. They cover a lot of the European countries. Things like that to always check on where you're based. So we have the cross fields with Bail-ins and BGI, and then your membership. So if you want to join industry recognized associations, you have the UK Health Coaching Association and the CMA. So you're fully backed in your studies, and that you feel confident, and you can stand behind the studies that you've done. You've formalized your interest in nutrition and stand behind it. You're ensured to practice, you're recognized, so you can hit the ground running with all the skills that you have learned. Is nutrition lifestyle coaching for you? Look, the things that you're looking for when you're at the research stage, we all have been there. You're looking for a solid foundation in the nutrition lifestyle coaching, and that's what we have. So a full solid foundation of the studies that you're going to have, extensive training in dietary analysis and meal planning, development in key health and coaching skills. So we're not just bringing the nutrition side, but also the coaching side, which is really important. Your qualification is recognized, it's ensured. Extensive training with IHS consultation framework. So support and support and support. Really important when you're online, when you're studying, when you're at a research stage, when you graduate, you're fully supported throughout. And obviously the last point is undergraduate support. That's sort of in the next slide where I'll talk about a little bit that you're not just supported when you're looking to start with us, at this point where you're researching to try and find what course is suitable for you. But while you study with us, you're fully there, or fully have your back. And then at the end, when you're working, and probably the most important time, you're fully supported when you get out there and you're trying to build your business, you're seeing our clients, we will fully support you then too. If you have any questions about clients that you're working with, if you want to, trends in the industry, continued CPD, paperwork, things like that. So this gives you a really good example of the graduate support and how it works. It's a closed Facebook group. It's open to all nutrition lifestyle graduates, NLC for short. There's Facebook Lives on marketing, business, website design. I don't want to say COVID because I was going to bring that in, but look, I know we are sick to death of that, so I won't bring that up. Things like graphic design, social media help, building up your social media if you want to do it that way. How do I go about that? How do I keep on top of that? Follow Fridays to build up your following, the momentum to keep you motivated and accountable, engagement, opportunities, work. Anyone that comes to us and they say, look, we'd like to hire a graduate of yours, we put up that. There's paperwork, protocols, help and advice, networking, if you want meet and greets, things like that. There's everything there within the support graduate support network, and that has been invaluable to our students. So I feel like I have flown through that. I am very aware of the time that a lot of people, it's your lunch break, but you may be coming to this webinar, or you may be coming to us, and obviously you're looking at all the courses we provide, and you're trying to figure out which of those courses best suits your, what you're looking for, where you're looking to bring your career, what you ultimately want to do. So the three main courses that we offer are the Certificate in Health and Wellness Coaching, the Diploma in Nutrition and Lifestyle Coaching, which I went through in detail there. And obviously then if you want to follow on your studies and you are entry level into this area, you can always go on to do the Diploma in Nutritional Therapy. So just to touch on a little bit, so Health and Wellness Coaching, it has no nutrition in it. So that's probably the most important to differentiate the three courses. So Certificate in Health and Wellness Coaching, it's a wellness focus, obviously. It's the coaching side. So it's, you know, about techniques in enhancing already what you have as a healthcare practitioner. So it's really aimed at those people that are already working with clients to better their health in some format. And the coaching just brings in that compliance rate. So how can they already stick to the plan that you're trying to give them? And the coaching kind of bridges that gap then of them sticking to the plan that you're giving them and how to work it into their lifestyle. So this is delivered online as well. It's 6 months, it's part-time. There's mandatory webinars to attend per week. There's 2 lectures as well at the weekends, and it's about 6 to 8 hours of home study. Again, as I said, the prerequisites for this course are healthcare workers, you know, and obviously the bare essentials of computer and English. It's a computer literacy and obviously English proficiency. I went through in detail the Diploma in Nutrition and Lifestyle Coaching, but just to give you an overview to summarize. So this works on to improve general health and well-being, and it's supported by coaching techniques as well, but it's not 2 qualifications in one. So you have some just, you know, skills that you will need to bring not only, you know, the nutrition knowledge, but the coaching side into to give you the best opportunity as a practitioner to work with your clients in all aspects. This is delivered online as well. This one is 10 months and it's part-time. It's 12 units with webinars, Q&A sessions, and there's 6 lecture weekends as well. There's 10 hours of study a week, all recorded though. So it's much more, there's a bit more flexibility in this one if you need it. In terms of prerequisites, your GCSEs or Leaving Cert equivalent in Ireland, obviously depending on where you're based in the world, that will depend. Computer literacy and English proficiency, all of that is looked at more in depth at sort of interview and enrollment stage, and I'll go through that in a minute. The Diploma in Nutritional Therapy, there's a lot more, obviously. If you want to go on and really fine-tune the nutrition, work with biochemical imbalances and, you know, support by functional medicine training tools and work with chronic disease, things like that. Nutrition therapy is much more the area that you go into, and that is also an option to go on to. But we can go through this. You know, you can book in a call back with a course consultant to really look at what course will suit you specifically. You can, at interview stage, we love to go through your options as well. So there's loads of time to fine tune maybe a course specifically to meet your goals. If you want to go through that, you might already know what you want to do though, and you might have already realized exactly the course you want to go for, which is perfect. So if you do decide that you want to go on with the course, you're obviously going to be looking at the fees and the input required from you to get through the course. So the course that we spoke about there and the course that I'm going to talk about specifically today is Nutrition and Lifestyle Coaching. With 1 year, 10 months to complete, 100% online, and the next start date is the 24th of January. It's 10 hours of study a week and it's continuous assessment, no exam, which I know for a lot of people that have exam anxiety, that is a lovely to know. So the course fees in euro and in sterling. You can save £200 or €200 if you pay in full or by semester. So it works out a bit more expensive if you spread the payments in a monthly format. And obviously we have 3 options depending on when you enroll. So this is only limited time. So you can spread the payments over 10, 12 or 15 months, depending on when you enroll. So obviously the earlier you enroll, you can spread over 15 months, and as it comes close to the start date, it lessens the amount of time you can spread the payment over. We will go through that with you, obviously. If, I know when you're going through the enrollment stage, you'll know exactly your options. There's a minimum of €395 or £395 sterling to guarantee your place. So that is the enrollment fee that is built into the payments, okay? Now, what next, where to start, and if you can't wait, and don't worry, I know you have questions and I will answer all of those too. So if you are interested, if I piqued your interest, if you love what Hayley's doing, you'd love to do something similar, anything like that, the next stage is to fill in the enrollment form, go through the interview, and then based on interview, if you're accepted, we will send you a formal letter of acceptance. The enrollment form doesn't take too long to fill in, and the interview is just an informal 50-minute phone call, just to discuss, a little bit about your background, why you're looking to do this course, and then ensure that you're meeting the prerequisites, you're accepted. If you're not sure, you can schedule a call back. We'll go through any questions you have, really ensure that you're feeling comfortable about your decision. You can try the free trial of the course. sort of try before you buy, and have a look at our graduate focus, have a look at what the graduates are doing, have a look at the testimonials, things like that, to do your research and see that this course is for you and that it'll bring you to where you want to go. I am going to go through your questions, but quickly before I do, I'm just going to tell you about our November offer. So anyone that is looking to enroll now, we do have an offer running till November 26th. So look, we know it's ahead of Christmas. You may want to guarantee your place now so that you can relax over Christmas, knowing that in the new year, you have a new career in the pipeworks and that you're ready to go. The pipeworks in the pipeline. So if you sign up by the 26th of November, you'll get 12 months free nutrition dietary software, which is a software you're trained on how to use as part of your studies. So it is necessary to get, but you will get it for free if you sign up for the November offer. Plus you'll have the Ready Steady Study, which is basically, if you sign up and pay the minimum amount now, you will effectively you'll start into the Ready Steady Study, which is like an induction module. And it's all about getting back into study, organizing your study routine, building on your growth mindset, and looking at articles, everything that kind of gets you prepared to start in January. So it's a lovely, if you're excited, if you're like me and you sort of don't want to wait and you want to start now because your interest is piqued, it's a perfect time. And also it's getting ahead for January, which is great. So I know there is questions, so I'm going to jump on and look at those now quickly for you. So have a particular interest in vegan and vegetarian nutrition. Is it covered on the course? So all diets will be covered in the course, because it's important to know, because your client could be specifically interested in or specific about their diet. So it will be covered, but we're not exclusive on any diet, or we don't, advise on any specific diet like vegan or vegetarian. But it's obviously very important for you to understand those different diets out there. I live in Thailand. Does it work with the time difference? Yeah, we have students completely globally, so do not worry in terms of that. And it's something that we'll go through with your interview stage on how it would work for you. So don't worry about time difference. It is definitely something to take into consideration, but we have students globally. So let me see, I'm moving on to the next questions. I have recently finished my undergraduate studies in finance, but I'm interested in pursuing a career in nutrition. So will this diploma program be enough to start a career in the nutrition field? So yeah, definitely. And we actually do have a lot of people that, for example, came from the banking industry, and there was a huge amount of redundancy, sorry, is the word I was looking for. And then obviously they're given an upskill package. So we had a huge amount of influx from the financial area and the banking of people coming in and wanting to study nutrition. So although they seem worlds apart in the way they are, nutrition and lifestyle coaching is the perfect entry level to make a career in nutrition. And as you can see, Hayley did nutrition lifestyle coaching and then worked within a supplement company very quickly, and it still works for them, and builds upon that if you want to, but also at the same time, that's enough to just be able to work within, either it's working for yourself or for someone else or a nutrition company, but you definitely can. So it's important to know that you can come from any field and then go into that area. Do I need a science background for pursuing a career in this area? So not at all. It is entry level, and we do understand that some people don't have a science background or maybe did science subjects back in school, and so it's been a very long time. So we cover that. We ensure that you are fully given the knowledge you need around that area and enough to be able to work in nutrition and have an element of the science built into it. But we cover that at beginner level, so don't worry. Do we need insurance whilst we're on the course? You don't. When you graduate, you do. And you can join Balance or BGI when you graduate for your insurance. How many live online lectures do we get a week or a month? So for the 12 units, there's a Q&A, there is a webinar, and then there's 6 lecture weekends spread out through all that. So we can give you a schedule so you can see, but they are recorded. So if you can't make the live, you can also watch the recording to make it flexible for you. As a nutrition health coach, what kind of clients could we work with? For example, I would eventually like the scope to work with clients who have hormonal balance difficulties, for example, PCOS. Would I be able to work with clients with this type of issue? Would I need additional training on top of the level 4? If yes, would the level 6 diploma in nutritional therapy cover this? So brilliant question, Emma. So we actually have a short course in particularly just hormonal health, which is lovely add-on. So I suppose to answer your question, you would need nutritional therapy to really niche it to work with hormonal imbalance. But what you could do is you could do nutrition and lifestyle coaching, go on to nutritional therapy if you want to, and you can definitely do it. You could do nutrition and lifestyle coaching and then do a short course in hormonal imbalances to get a better understanding and be able to advise a little bit more with your clients on that. But to really fine tune, for example, if you wanted to specify your training in just hormonal imbalances and difficulties, for example, with PCOS, I would advise, yes, to go on to nutritional therapy. But again, this is really good. So see at interview stage, this is really what we hone in on. So, and this is why I would advise any of you that are interested to fill in the enrollment form. There's no commitment from you at all until you decide if you want to go ahead. So don't feel that once you fill in the enrollment form that you are committed to the course, not at all. It's only once you're sent the letter of offer, then you decide if you want to go ahead. So what I'm saying at interview stage is you fill in the enrollment form, we have an idea of where you're coming from and what you want to do. And so we can really go through that with you, sort of where your interests lie, what you're looking to do with the course, and really then work backwards in terms of the path to achieve that, whether that be through nutrition and lifestyle coaching, maybe going to nutritional therapy or health and wellness coaching, things like that, to really, for you to get a better understanding of where and what course you need to get you to where you want to go. Is that okay? So is there any other questions there? I'm just going to double check. I made sure that I have covered all those. The lecture weekends, are the dates already set for next year? Roughly how many hours are they for? So yep, we can send you all of the dates, and we have them, I believe, released from academia, and we can get them sent to you so that you have an idea of them. So on the weekends, obviously, I know in a way, online can be a bit tricky, you know, in a way we are maybe sick of doing Zoom and things like that, and I do understand. And at the same time, numbers are rising, so therefore a lot is going back online, and we feel maybe safer with it. I find online is brilliant because it gives you so much more flexibility, you know, and the lecture weekends are run in a way to understand that you don't always have the same attention. It's very difficult to sit at a laptop for as long as you would in a lecture hall, so that all of that is taken into account, and we can send you the dates, but we try to make it as engaging as possible for you to really get that sort of human mediated in-class feel, but online, because we understand that's so important and it is something that we're missing. So we really are tuned into that, and we will send you all of the dates so you can see as well when those take place. I see. Not at all. Thank you so much for the questions. So guys, let me just check the time that we're at. Okay, perfect. We were right up to the time of 2 o'clock. 3 minutes to go. And so if there's no more questions, I'm just going to check. I will end the webinar. I want to again apologize for the delay at the start, and thank you for bearing with me to this point. We're going to follow up the webinar with an email with a link to the recording and a bit more detail as well, just for you to have a link to the enrollment form. If you're interested, I would definitely advise fill in the enrollment form just to give yourself all the options, and then you can decide if you want to go ahead or not. If you're not sure, that's absolutely perfect. Book in a call back, send us an email, let us go through all your questions that you have. Again, at interview stage, we can do that too with you. And look, best of luck with whatever you go on to do. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.